We're very excited that you guys were able to make it tonight. And we hope that this time you used to learn, link, and also to find out a little bit more about your business. We have some strategies, some tips, and we are really, really elated that you guys are here to hear us. Like I was saying, thank you for coming out, and we hope that the experience is one that you are going to repeat in March. So for now, I'm going to give the floor to Ife, who's going to mention some announcements, and we're going to take it from there.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Okay, y'all sound tired. Good evening, good evening, good evening. You're kind of getting there. We're going to try it one more time, okay? Good evening. Thank you so much for being here at Lounge. Welcome to our first ever Lounge. It is the inaugural one, and so we are privileged and honored to have you here with us this evening. Now, some of you heard about it, just came because you're curious. Others heard a little bit more, but let me explain some of the expectations for this evening. Before I go there, of course, I have to acknowledge a few people because I was raised in a home where protocol being established is super duper important. So, that being said, I would first like to honor and recognize Dr. Alicia Liverpool and the Rain Society Executive Board. Thank you for being here. Please give them a round of applause. I'd like to also acknowledge MP R12 Arian and his partner. Thank you so much for being here. And then there are some others who are not here yet, but I understand there's a big parking issue, right? Yeah. I don't know what happened to January 31st. It's like everything is happening tonight. So RBC is having a kind of a launch next door. Normally parking in the back would be not a problem at this hour. And then there is another networking event by our friends up the road at Holland House. And so there's also parking going on there. So it's a lot going on January 31st. But you know what that tells me? It tells me that it is an awesome time to be an entrepreneur. Yeah. Right? Okay. Kenty is an awesome time to be an entrepreneur, right? Yeah. There we go. So I feed off of energy. And so your energy is important, but I also acknowledge that it is that hour where your bellies are probably crumbling. And don't worry, we have snacks and drinks available to you. For this evening, we also have, let me explain what Lounge is. Lounge is a speed networking event. So when you come here, you're coming intentionally. It is not the kind of networking event that you come, grab a drink, grab a handful of peanuts, speak with your friend, and then go home, right? It is intentional, which means that we are going to help facilitate your intent. And we know that this year it is crucially important to have the right strategic partners to grow your business. Can you agree with me on that? Yeah? I don't know about any of you here, but I've been through one of the worst hurricanes ever known to mankind, right? I survived it, thank you God. However, it really put a dent in my business. I was out of work for more than 3 months, and so now it's time to just bear down and move forward. And the only way to do so is together. There's an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. So I thank you so much for being here. I'm going to put a young lady on the spot because if you heard of Lounge, you also heard that there were different categories that would allow you to be here. As a launcher, she jumped in. She was the first one to jump in. She is the one that said, yes, I want to do this. And then when I told her that she had to speak, then she said, no, I don't know about that anymore. Because public speaking can be intimidating. But she has a beautiful stand over to my right, which would be your left. And it's called Nelly's Touch of Elegance. So please give a resounding round of applause to Nelly.
Good evening. My name is Retinella Clark, and I am a cosmetologist. I'm a massage therapist. I'm a makeup artist. I'm a certified wig maker. And now I am a custom blend specialist. custom blend. Your customer going to, for example, a beauty supply place, and you're looking for foundation or you're looking for concealer, and either they're out of stock, your customer going to a store, and then you're looking for a product, for example, a foundation or a concealer, but next thing, they don't have it in stock, or they give you something and then you go home and then you realize instead of your face being brown, it's orange. So I am here to solve that problem. I can make you a foundation from scratch. If you look at my face right now, I have a foundation that I made, a face powder that I made, an eyeshadow that I made. The lipstick was not made, but I can make a lipstick for you. So I can make basically anything that you can buy at a beauty store. So basically that's what Nelly's Touch of Elegance is about. I also do house calls. So you can call me home and I can come home and do a massage for you. We offer couple services. We offer facials. We offer basically anything that you can get at a regular spa. At Nelly's Touch of Elegance, I come with everything and more.
So any questions for Nelly? Of course, Shanna will ask a question.
Where are you located? I am located in Sucker Garden at the moment. I have cards that you can also get. And the blue tickets that you have right now, hold on to them.
She not only came prepared to launch Nelly's Touch of Elegance here at Lounge, but she also wanted to give something as a token of her appreciation. So thank you so much, Nelly, for being here this evening. Okay, so now comes to the good part. You are going to get up and move around a little bit. So, without any further ado, please give a resounding round of applause to this magnificent serial marketer, brand strategist, and blogger, Kenty Lichtenberg. You can do better than that.
Thank you. I almost don't have nothing else to add behind my name, Ife.
Sorry.
No problem. All right. Thank you very much for being here. Like Ife said, I am launching my own brand. Because for me, as a marketer, of course, for those of you that doesn't know me, I've been doing marketing for many years. And one of the things that always stand out to me is your brand. So after thinking for a while, doing some research and saying, what am I going to call my business? I was like, yourself. I'm my own selling point. So I thought about, okay, I'm just going to be Kenty Lichtenberg, bring your own brand. That is what I'm going to do. You know, like bring your own drink, bring your own booze, bring your own, that is what it is. Be your own brand. Yes, it took me a little time to think about it. But I said, you know what? The most important thing about your brand is that you have to believe in it yourself before you can sell it to me. There's no way that I'm going to do business with you if you come across like your brand is weak, or you cannot represent it, or you cannot talk about your brand. You have to be passionate about your brand. So that is one of the elements that is very, very dominant for me in the marketing field. That is how Be Your Own Brand was born, in the short. So, with marketing, of course, it's always about visual. It's always about a message. It's always about telling a story. And I think your business have to tell that story to your customer. And your other customers have to listen to that story that the first one told. So it's kind of like a self-proclaimed commercial, but it has to be on point. It's a story that has to have quality. It has to have consistency. It has to have that essence that makes your business stand out from the different ones from the competition. For instance, if someone asks me, yeah, who's your marketing competition? I don't have one. I really don't have one, because we all do things different, and every consumer out there is looking for something different. And believe you me, there's a business that can provide it for you. So Like I said before, marketing is about telling a story, and I've always liked to tell a story with a brand or with a product, with an experience. This is what we sold you here today. We sold you an experience. It's not tangible. It's nothing that you could measure in advance, touch, smell, see. So it's a story, and we hope that once you walk out of here, you have that message that you can tell someone else about the speed dating network. Then we know that our message was clear. Now, marketing in a nutshell would be creating the optimal environment for profitable sales. Of course, everything that you do has to come back or turn around into sales. That is the essence of doing business. Otherwise, it makes no sense. So, remember that when you're doing any marketing plan, any marketing strategy, most important thing is to do your research. It's very, very important for you to know what you're looking for in the market. Who is your competition? Why? And how are you going to stand out from them? Okay, importance of branding. I just did a little note here for you. It's the perception that a consumer has when they hear or think your company name, service, or product. What is the first thing you guys think of when you hear Kenty? So it's an aha moment. And that is how it should be with your company. It should be with your brand. It should be that as soon as people hear that company, it's like, I know, I'm going. It associated with quality, it associated with business professionalism, all of that good stuff that translates into being a good entrepreneur. And a brand should be an instant aha, just like Tommy said. You mention a name and it's like, yes, I got it. I got to be there. I have to go by that store. I have to go by this coffee shop. I have to go to this event because the people that are organizing it have quality and they have consistency as well. Okay, so I put together for you guys just a branding checklist that you guys can do within your own business after researching and checking if your brand is on point, okay? The first thing that you can do is, does your brand relate to your target audience? Will they instantly get it without too much thought? Remember, we are lazy by default. So we don't like to do too much reading. You know, we are more visual. You like to see. So this market, you have to kind of find a niche to combine the visual with the content. Make sure that you can put a combination of both of those things out there so that you can capture the interest of your consumer or of your audience. Next, does your brand share the uniqueness of what you offer and why it's important? Research. That goes back to finding out what your brand is all about. Your business is your brand, so everything that you do evolves around branding. That's why I have a banner over there, because you're going to remember it. When you leave, you're going to remember that banner. So it was strategically placed there. Something very simple. Next point, does it reflect the brand promise that you're making to who you're targeting as well, to your internal audience? So those are things that your brand has to reflect directly to your consumer, to your potential client, to your business partner, because you cannot grow your business without partnership and collaboration. Everyone that knows me knows that I'm big in collaborating in the business industry, and it's important for you to know that you cannot do it by yourself. You always need a hand. So it's very, very important for you to identify that with the audience. The last one, does your brand reflect values that you want to represent to your customer? Your core values as a company. Is it transferable to your consumer? Do they know what you stand for? So those are pointers that you can look at strategically and will identify with your brand. And this is, in a nutshell, everything that I do. So Be Your Own Brand can handle your social media management, branding, of course, marketing strategy, content production, public relations, promotions and event management, and branding workshops. In a nutshell, that is more or less what I do. I do many more stuff, but this is some of the stuff that I do. So this was pretty much a little bit about Be Your Own Brand, and today I am launching my website. It's going live. So if you go to kentylichtenberg.com, you can go on your phone and you can type it in, and voila, you will see Be Your Own Brand life. That is my lounging thing.
And now I want you to speak to someone that you have not yet spoken to tonight. So you have 10 seconds to scan the room and start conversation.
Section of gourmet popcorn, sweets, and candies where you can get personalized gift baskets for your gifting occasions. In over 20 different flavors made with 100% pure coconut oil, so it's non-fattening, no trans fats, no extra weight added, absolutely delicious with the occasion in mind. Thank you, congratulations, happy birthday, etc. We also have greeting cards. So the beauty room is located in Cold Bay, Union Road. If you know where Burger King and Divico is, right after that, that is where we're located. Come in anytime, get your free tasting on me, try out the popcorn, find out about the gifts, and let me cater to your needs. I hope to see you soon.
Jahaira's business is, she's in the cupcake industry, so she makes desserts. And her animal is a chicken / peacock because it tastes good, but it looks good too. Stability and purpose, because putting things in place, keeping things organized and stuff like that. Mostly very, very strong. Construction representing building stuff and all of that good stuff. So everybody needs that, especially after Irma. Yeah.
Curtis Thomas, his business was a hawk. He does Hawkeye drone solutions. His wife chose the hawk.
I'm sorry, that was not a good exercise in listening.
Yeah.
I was greeting one of the guests coming in. So, say that one more time.
Hawkeye Solutions, and his animal is a hawk.
But that was too easy.
So Charity is diverse and can blend in and can customize things and create. And she calls herself a chameleon because she actually can do different things. And a chameleon, they're playing with everything, colors and textures, and that's what she plays with. She makes things happen.
That was good. Oh,
Okay, so Falana calls herself a hummingbird because first it goes back to where her mom began with the hummingbird. She likes the way how it moves fast with the wings and the colors and all it does. Now because they deal with fashion and creating brands with different colors and all that, but also because her mom being a seamstress, as the needles go fast, the hummingbird's wings go fast, but you're dealing with different colors of clothing, so that's where we have to blend together.
Alright, Jadine, her idea is a spa, is a spa, and her,
Can I have everybody's attention?
and if her business was an animal, it would be a koala bear, because it's cuddly and beautiful, soft, peaceful, and also the fact that it lives in the eucalyptus tree. Eucalyptus is also good for relaxation and opening of the nasal passage. So that's her animal.
that was good. That was very, very good. Ladies, give a round of applause.
His expensive.
Purple zebra.
But why zebra?
Because it's not the typical animal you would think of. And zebras are just majestic and they have their own mind. And it's not an ordinary animal you see on a daily basis. So.
Awesome. Give them a round of applause.
Mission accomplished, right? And please don't leave it stop here. Continue to connect, continue to build the relationship, because how I think of the relationship in a business, the relationship is the heart of the business. It gives the business life. And the money is the cash flow. It'll take all the nutrients to the body. If you don't have cash flow, you have a problem, right? You're in critical condition. But you do need the relationships to pump life into your business. I need to make a few thank yous. I need to thank Nika Noir, who supported us and made sure that you all had welcome drinks coming in. I need to thank Mandy from Mandy's Catering for always being so awesome with food and drink and everything. You are awesome. Please give her a round of applause. I need to thank all of my specially invited guests, such as Dr. Alicia, Stanley Lynn from the Chamber of Commerce, Edsel Gums from Credits, MP R12 Arion. I really appreciate all of you being here and being so supportive for this kind of an event. I know that you have 1,000,001 things to do, but you're here and you hung out, so thank you so much. Give them also a round of applause. I would like to thank Carl Oliver, my baking assistant. No matter if we're working together or not, you are super duper awesome. Thank you. Tashana McCulley. Kenty Lechtenberg. The film crew, the photographers, of course, Coffee Lounge. You can give the film crew and photographers, they've been working all night. Give them a good round of applause. Coffee Lounge and Kim, thank you so much for assisting us throughout the evening. And last and certainly not least, oh wait, before I go there, Jelani from Exquisite Designs and Decorations, thank you. And last and certainly not least, I would not be who I am and do what I do without the Most High. So I'd like to give the Most High a resounding round of applause.